Welcome back to another Word VBA tutorial. So today we are going to cover the topic of content controls inside of a Word document. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with what a content control is, uh, if you want the formal definition, here's the formal definition. Content controls are bounded and potentially labeled regions in a document that serve as a container for specific types of content. Individual content controls can contain content such as dates, lists, or paragraphs of formatted text. In some cases, content controls might remind you of forms. However, they are much more powerful, flexible, and useful because they enable you to create rich, structured blocks of content. And additionally, content controls enable you to author templates that insert well-defined blocks into your document. So a content control, to give you more of a visual representation, if you wanted to insert one of these content controls, you would have to first enable your developer tab like so. And then once you are here, you'll notice that there is a section dedicated to controls. And if you look up here, you'll notice that some of these are controls that you can insert. So drop-down list, you have a date picker, you have a combo box, you also have a repeating section, and then you have some legacy tool ones as well. Now, in this situation, we're going to only go through kind of what I would say are the documented ones, or at least ones that you'll find on Microsoft Word VBA documentation. However, there are different types of controls that kind of expand outside of that. In fact, a series we covered before when we were talking about building blocks, technically those are considered content controls as well. So what we're going to be doing is exploring how to insert these content controls, how to format them in certain regards, and then additionally, how we can set some default states, so whether they're being checked or unchecked. Additionally, I did want to let you know that in this particular document, I have set it up in a very specific way where I already have some bookmarks determined. So this will just help when it comes to inserting the content controls and ensuring that they are inserted in the correct region of the document. So for example, if I go to the Insert tab, and then I go over to the Links portion of the ribbon, and then I look at Bookmark, you'll notice that I already have 4 different bookmarks set up in my particular document. And you can notice that when I click and go to those different bookmarks, you'll notice that they fall each within under the border line. So the only reason I show this to you is if you are interested in using content controls in your documents, it's always good to think ahead, because what the benefit of content controls can do for you is you can make your documents a little bit more interactive, but additionally, you can set yourself up for a tremendously easy task of grabbing information from your Word documents in a programmatic fashion. So you can make it where these documents are interactive, but then at the same time, if you need to automate working with these documents, maybe pulling information from like a survey or something like that, you can set yourself up for success by making sure that your template is designated and created correctly. So that way, when you do start going through it, it makes your life easier. All right, so with that being said, let's jump into the Visual Basic Editor. So we're going to go to our Developer tab. And then from here, we're going to go to that Visual Basic icon. And then what I want you to do is over here in your Project Explorer under Modules, right-click it, go to Insert, and then Module. Then from here, we can give it a name. So I'm going to call this Working with Content Controls, and I'll put it as video. I already have one that's there for us to use. Okay, and then from here, we are going to create our first subroutine. So we'll call this Working with Content Controls. Put our 2 little brackets. And then just like previous videos, we always want to make sure we declare our variables. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to do the Word Content Controls collection. Oh, yes. So like so many other things in VBA, there is a collection that basically groups all the different content controls that are found inside of a document. So the content controls collection exists at the document level. And then from there, you can insert and delete content controls from this collection. So all this is doing is simply creating a variable that will represent that content controls collection. Additionally, we are going to be working with individual content controls. So we will also make sure that we have a single object variable dedicated to that. Additionally, we are going to be working with our Word document. So we're going to create a new document object variable. And then we are going to also be working with some ranges inside of our particular document. So we're going to also declare a range object variable. Additionally, we are going to use a content control that is related to dates. And so one of the things that we're going to be doing is grabbing the current date. And so I'm going to create a variable that will represent a date object or a date variable or data type that we can then use inside of that content control. And then from here, we're going to grab the current document, because remember, we're going to be inserting inside of it. So we want to have a reference to it, especially if you have multiple documents open. So in this situation, I'm actually going to use the this document object, and that represents the document that is currently housing the code that we're writing in, right? So this particular code that you are seeing me write right now, this is basically the document that we are working from. So when we say this document, we're talking about the document that we're writing the code in. And then from here, we're going to grab a range, a word range, but we're going to be using a bookmark in order to reference it. And so here, grab a range, in this case, the bookmark referencing the date picker content control that we're going to be inserting. And then from here, we're going to take our word range object variable and we're going to set it equal to our document. We know our document has a bookmarks collection that contains all the bookmarks inside of our document, and we can use the index. And now in this case, you could use the numerical value, but that's not really helpful, especially when it comes to bookmarks. And so in this situation, let's use the actual name of our bookmark. And so it's placeholder date picker. And then from here, we're going to do a range property that returns the range for that particular bookmark. And then we're going to work with our content controls. In this situation, I'll create a reference to the content controls collection. And so here, grab the content controls collection. And so we're going to set that word content controls equal to, we're going to go into our Word document. There is a content controls collection just like that. Then from here, let's add a content control. And we're going to set that word content control equal to the word content controls. There's an add. And then from here, we have a couple different arguments that we need to pass through. The first is the type of content control that you want to insert. Now, in this situation, you can see here, there's a few. There's a combo box, checkbox, a picture, a group. We're not going to cover every single one of these, but we will cover a few. And the first one that we're going to cover is the date picker. And so we're going to say word content control, and then we're going to have date. And then additionally from here, we're going to have a range. This specifies where we want to insert this content control inside of our document. So we need to pass through the range. Well, lucky for us, we've already defined our range. So we're just going to specify that. And then from here, let's see what we get when we do that. So you can see here that it inserted a content control just like so. So very nice. You'll notice it's a date picker, pretty cool. But let's say we want to customize this content control just a little bit more. So I'm going to just minimize this a little bit so I can make sure you guys can see every little thing that I'm coding. Expand this just a tiny bit more so I can easily jump in between. Okay, so what are some things that we can do with this specific content control? You have to keep that in mind. Not all content controls are the same. So there are some properties that you can set for some of the content controls, and there's some that you cannot. Now, some have properties that are in common. So for example, a title. Most of them have a title. However, for the date picker one, obviously you might have things that are related to specific dates. So the first thing that we can do is we can set the appearance. Well, what does that mean? Well, you can basically make it where it has like a little border around it if you want to see what that looks like. So we're going to say there's a bounding box, control hidden, or control tags. What is the difference? Well, let's just take a look and see visually what it does. Oh, so there's little tags here that we can play around with. That's interesting. And then from here, not that. Oh, God, this is why I hate that thing. The other thing that you can do, I'm going to try to see if I can, where is it? I want to see if there's like a selection pane that you can. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I don't know why. Sometimes deleting them can be a little bit confusing because what can happen is if you can't select it correctly, it freaks out a little bit. So we'll do content control bounding box. So you notice here, this is giving it more of a bound, like an actual like border around it. I find this a little bit easier, obviously, to click and delete. So I personally like this one just a tiny bit more, only because if you do need to go and delete it, it's a tiny bit easier. So we'll leave that one on, but you can tell that you can change the appearance and then more importantly, how you interact with it. Additionally, what we're going to do is we're going to give it a title. And so this is something that you'll see in a second. So we'll take our content control and then there is a title property and that is just equal to a string. So I'm going to say today's date, not today's string. And then from here, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be setting the current date. And so this is nice. So you can give it a default value. The first thing that you need to do though is grab the current date. I'm going to give it some space. So grab the current date. How do we do that? Well, we're going to take our current date variable and we're going to set it equal to date. That returns today's date. Additionally, we are going to set the range. So we'll set the range of our content control to equal the date, equal the date. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to take our content control and then we're going to go into that range property. So that range that represents the content control. And with that range property, we notice there is a text property. Now this we can set equal to the current date. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, not too bad. Notice that I do have a title too. So that makes it a nice little bit more informative if you wanted to provide some additional information. But what are some other things? Because if you noticed here, let me put it again, it's formatted a certain way. Maybe I'm okay with that. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I want to format that date just a tiny bit more, right? Oh God, here we go. There we go. Maybe we want to format it just a tiny bit more. So we can do things like set the calendar type. And so we might want it on a Western calendar type. You'll notice here, date calendar type. There's Arabic, Hebrew, Japan, Korea. We are in a Western country, so we're going to put it on the Western format, but you can tell that obviously it changes a little bit. And then additionally, we can set the display format. So we'll set that display format. And what does that look like? Well, it's kind of the same idea. Let me content control. And then we're going to have the date display format. There we go. And I want it to look like the following: month, month, day, day, year, year. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, that looks a little bit better. So that changes the format. Again, I can still select it just like so. I can go in the forward. I can go backwards. All sorts of different things we can do. So that is the, That is the date picker content control. And what I'm going to do next, I'm actually going to cut the video from here. And then in our next video, we're going to explore a few more content controls. And with those ones, we're going to look at combo boxes, drop-down lists. They're kind of almost the same for the most part. And then we're going to also talk about a checkbox. Additionally, we will be using a lot of the same code that we currently have here. We're just going to be modifying little parts of it here and there. But at this point, if you have any questions regarding content controls, please put them down in the comments below, and I will do my best to get back to you. Otherwise, we will see you in video number 2.